Look, y'all, this is what I have a reason for doing the video. Uh, First and foremost, we got to start valuing each other. The reason I'm saying that, I don't want nobody to think that I just want to let y'all know, I don't believe in all that selling my people out to the so-called white man. I don't believe in doing. I'm not doing it. I would never. That would never happen. It hasn't happened. I've been doing videos for what, since 2013. I started recording. I had the account created by a friend of mine because I didn't know how to do it at the time because I was new to it. Back in December the 11th, no, December the 9th, 2011. December the 9th, 2011. He created the account for me because at first I used to watch a lot of videos on YouTube before I joined any social media. I wasn't even on Facebook, nothing. I wasn't on nothing, nothing. So I was watching a lot of videos. 2013 is when I actually started making videos around in the early part of May 15, 2015, 16, 17 is when I actually started. So all of my videos is geared toward love and how I want to be there for my people. None of my content is never. If you go back and look at, if you're interested in wanting, if you're anybody interested in wanting to know about the old videos, I would definitely go and get them old videos from years ago and post them in the comment section or in the description box. However, how whatever would be you would want, I would be more than happy to do it. Put all the links to my old videos in the description box or in the comment section. Just let me know. And I've been about this movement way before YouTube. Way before YouTube. I just want to put that out there. Way before YouTube, I had a desire that I wanted to do something for my community. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that I was going to be on YouTube. I didn't know I was going to be this content creator. Because I didn't even know what YouTube was. Like YouTube, it was like that was foreign to me. What the hell is that? Like to myself. I said, what is that? They was like, what is that? I said, what is that? They said it's a place where you can record yourself talking. Like, oh, okay. But anyway, man, y'all already see the title. We got to start seeing the value. I mean, seeing the value in each other. Even though I got work, yeah. We got to start seeing the value in each other. What I mean by that, I was in an incident not too long ago where somebody telling me, and this is how it says, family will be your own family will be, it's not going to be, although Esau is doing it. Esau, the white man, is already been destroying us, and this is something that they've been doing way before the YouTube era, way before this YouTube era we live in. We didn't have none of this social media stuff. We already know back then they was hanging our people, they was hanging them up on the trees, and they was just doing all kind of castrating the men and doing all kind of different stuff to our forefathers and things of that nature, and foremothers and stuff. We know this ain't nothing new. It's just that it's manifested more since we living in the last day. But we got to start seeing the value in each other. If we don't see this, hold on, wait a minute. Look like my, hold on, wait a minute. If we don't start seeing the value in each other, we got to first, before we can, the other, we already know they're against us. If we already know what, they don't see the value in us. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get us in order. You see what I'm saying? We can continue to bang, and I'm gonna continue to bang on the so-called white man and all. I'm gonna continue to do that. But we gotta step aside and get us together. You see what I'm saying? We got to start seeing the self-worth in each other. What I mean by that is I've been told that you're mentally ill, you need to be placed somewhere. You need to be placed in a mental hospital, this and that. How could you even have a spirit is to tell your own people, which is the ways of the so-called white, that's supporting them. That's they aliyah. That's they, how you gonna, the very people that came over here and created the problem, you send or tell me or tell your family members that they need to get mental health and evaluation, this and that and the third, what you're doing, you're actually helping the system destroy your people. Because what you're actually doing, you're helping them take a stand and you're pushing that. You're pushing Esau's agenda. You're helping whether you know it or not. You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you tell me something like that? That tells me right there, you don't value, you see the less self-worth in your own offspring and the people you're dealing with. If you think of hell, if you think of me that damn way or whatever, if you think of your family that damn way, that fucked up way or whatever, then guess what? That means you don't see them as, you see them less value. You don't see the value in them. You're saying that you see them as a piece of shit, which means you're saying you ain't worth a shit. You ain't worth a fuck. Or you ain't worth a damn. You know why? Because you sitting there telling me this here, you are helping the Caucasian man with these things. You are helping them. So you is no different from the so-called red man. You can, let me put it like this here. Skin color doesn't have anything to do with none of this stuff. It's not about your color. It's not about how you look. I care about your spirit, what's in the spirit. I care about that spirit underneath that skin color. Because guess what? You can have black skin or red skin, and you can look like a red man, but you can be Jacob, you can be the Israelite on the inside. You can have dark skin as dark as this. You can still be an Esau on the inside, dark on the outside, looking Negro, but you actually, your blood DNA is actually of Esau. So I don't give a damn about skin color. It's not about skin color. It's about genealogy. It's about nation. That's what it's about, bloodline. It's not about your damn color, the texture of your hair. Hell, you can have woolly hair and you still can be Esau. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with color. None of that. Because I don't see you like that. I go by your spirit, what comes out of your mouth. If you're encouraging me, is to go and see people and get involved with the system, with cards, credit, whatever you want to call it, and you tell it, and you going along with these people, or you may say things like, "Boy, they could have did that to you." Yeah, they have a right to handcuff you and take you to jail, and you sitting up here and you need to be placed somewhere, boy. That they was right. When you go to saying things like that, that's letting me know who you are. You're telling me that you have dark skin, but you are a Caucasian on the inside. You are a red person on the inside. You see what I'm saying? Just because you look like you're a red man, and I'm saying this from experience, because that's what I'm starting to realize. Like a lot of people, they'll turn around and they'll look at you. Like, that's why you can't judge people by skin color. Hell, they look red, but they can be Israelite on the inside. You with the dark skin is the one that's going to turn me into Esau. Why? You might as well put on you a police uniform and go work for the white so-called Esau. Because what I'm getting out of you, I don't see you as your skin color, as my people. I see you as Esau. It has nothing to do with your skin color. Skin color ain't got nothing to do with this. It's about what you're saying out of your mouth. It's about who your spirit bear witness to. You see what I'm saying? That's what it's about. I don't give a damn about no skin color. I care about what you're saying. What comes out of your mouth lets me know who you support. And from that, I separate from you. You're no different from the enemy. Because you are trying to kill me just like the enemy. It has nothing to do with your color. It has nothing to do with you being a so-called black or Hispanic or Native American person. The most important thing I'm going to pay attention to is your spirit. Because your spirit reveals who the hell you are. That's why the Bible tells you in 1 John, I think it's 5, No, 4. It says, beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God. Because many false prophets are going out into the world, right? So he tells you, don't believe every spirit. Don't look at people and judge them based upon skin color and say, oh, that person's going to be for me because they have dark skin. That's ignorant. No, I have to be around you and I have to encounter you with a conversation to see where you at. Once you start going off and start telling me God loves everybody, and I think anybody who accepts Christ as their Savior, I don't believe God hates nobody, and I think anybody can have salvation as long as you he opened up the door. When you go to talking like that and you go to taking me all over the place, I'm gonna know right then and there. You ain't from shit. Get the hell away from, get the fuck away from your ass. Because you is the main one that will turn me into them devils. Because you are no different from them devils. That's why I named the video, we got to start seeing the self-worth in each other. We got to start seeing the value in each other. How you going to complain about, which I do, I complain, and I'm still complaining, and I'm still angry at what Esau is doing to our people. But how are you going to sit up? It doesn't make sense for you is to complain, or us to complain about what they doing when we got to first see the value in us. I'm not letting this enemy, the devil, off the hook. I'm not letting Esau off the hook. He is, we know he is what he is. But the way they clowning us and the way they looking at us, they're looking at us. How in the hell, although they right, they say we the devil. But look how they treating each other. We got to see the self-worth in each other. We got to see the self-worth in each other. Because they looking at us like we stupid. They already looking at us that way. They've been looking at us like that. But we fight against each other. We got to stop that type of stuff. Mentally ill, just attacking our people like this here. When they the ones, they parents is the one created the problem. You see what I'm saying? We got to see that self-worth in each other. We got to look at each other and say, we the shit. But you're not doing that. We're not doing that. Working for the so-called white man or working for the police station, I label you as a Caucasian. You are a Caucasian person. You are a dark person or a so-called black person with a Caucasian mindset. You are a Caucasian person with dark skin or brown skin. Because Caucasians come in many different colors, whether you know it or not, homegirl and homeboy. They do. Caucasian come in many different shades and colors, and hair colors and textures of color. Caucasian people just don't come in one color or one set. Caucasian people come in many different conversations, partner. They come in many different shape, forms, and conversations. They can talk sweet, they can talk good, but still plotting your death. So that's why I don't go by no skin color. I don't just go by how you look. I have to listen to your conversation to see where you at. And once your conversation start off with, well, did y'all see what they did with Joe so-and-so Biden and Donald this and Donald old Trump, whatever you want to call it. When you start saying you love watching them programs, when you say things like, well, I don't think he white, but I don't think he prejudiced like he ain't prejudiced like Bill so-and-so or something like that. Well, I know that they'll say things like, well, I know white people did us wrong. Yeah, we know they did us wrong and everything. But you don't hate them like they hate you. You know, I'm cool with some white people. You just can't just lump them all in that. Some of them are cool. You know, I do get it. You know, some of them is cool. You know what I'm saying? When you start talking like that, that lets me know that you are a white, you are a Caucasian person. That's how I'm perceiving you. You're not really for your people. You're against yourself and your people. And therefore, I wouldn't want to have you in my circle. I wouldn't want to be around you because you're clearly letting me know that you are a Caucasian. Why? By what you saying. And you ain't to be trusted, and you will help the enemy kill me. You become the enemy too. You have the spirit of Esau on you. So I don't want you to know what I label you as a Caucasian. That's how I look at you. Because of the way that you're talking. It has nothing to do with your color. It has to do with the spirit. All I have to do is just hear you a couple of first times and say, well, it's not right, man. You got some good white people out there, you know what I'm saying? I talked with some of them, they cool. Some of them one of them gave me $10 the other day. So, bro, I can't do that, man. I can't really, you can't fault all white people you can't fault this good white person for it. Just all the bad, fucked up ones is the ones I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones I don't want to be bothered with them. Them the fucked up ones. But the ones that's actually doing the crime and stuff like that, I don't affiliate with them and stuff. When you start talking like that, you letting me know your ass ain't to be trusted. When you start saying that, your ass ain't to be trusted. Well, no. So I had some people trying to tell me, man, look, yes, man, I understand, man. The white man is letting us off the hook and everything, and some of them is killing our people and stuff like that. But it's not fair, man. You got some of them that's cool, man. And you got a lot of them ain't really fuck what them dirty white people is doing. Man, I got some friends, man. They ain't fuck what them white folks is doing. When you start talking like that, that lets me know to leave your ass alone. Because what they doing, they trying to some kind of way to fit them in and justify like trying to compromise it some kind of way. But my whole point is, I'm back to my original point. We got to start valuing each other. We got to value each other. We got to stop that. You can't talk about, y'all can't talk about, or we can't talk about what somebody else is doing when we sitting back and we shitting on each other every day. With our actions and with our words, we shitting on each other. But we uplifting the same people that's gunning us down in the streets. The same people that we love so much is gunning us down in the streets every day. That doesn't even make any sense. How you gonna listen to the people, what they gotta say, that's more important than to listen to your brother warn you against the enemy? But you becoming the enemy to your own brother, or you becoming the enemy to your own people. You see what I'm saying? But you willing to hear Esau, but you willing to shit on what I got to say. That's not right. It's not cool. So that tells me that's the spirit of Esau on you. You're telling me that you ain't to be trusted neither. You're telling me that you're a traitor to your own people. You're telling me that you're committing treason towards your own people. You see what I'm saying? You are. You're no different from them. Because you outlined, you're clearly saying, I'm on their side. I'm not for our people. You're saying all of that. And you expect for me to look at you. I wouldn't want you to look at me and look up to me if I'm sitting up here being a treason or a traitor to the other nations. And I'm sitting up here claiming that I'm for my people, but you see me sitting up here having a dinner with Esau, sitting at a dinner table with Esau, eating and all this kind of stuff. But I'm saying that I'm for my people. How you for your people when your people, these people, is killing your people by the thousands every day, and our people is dying at the hands of those that you say you love, which is your enemies, but you still trying to hang out with your enemies. It doesn't make any sense. Make that make sense. I don't trust nobody being on the phone too much. When you sit there and it's just a bunch of gossip all the time, I'm not going to sit up. That's why most of my videos, you see them by myself. For the most part, because it ain't really nobody out here to really you can look up to. Everybody's wicked as hell. Everybody is not for their people. The vast majority of our people is not for their people. They for the enemy. They on the enemy side against us. And that was prophesied in the Bible, that they would do that. So why would I want to sit up here and trust somebody? That's why I say I don't go by no damn skin color. The hell, fuck skin color. It's about the spirit. I listen to your conversation. The first couple of seconds of your words, if coming out of your mouth, all white people are not like that. This and that and the third. I'm cool with. I have white friends in college. Right then and there, I'm gonna cut your ass loose. Cause right away you're telling me this is clearly is a Caucasian man or woman with dark skin. Black on the outside, but Caucasian in the mind. Caucasian in the DNA, but they look dark or look black like they for you on the outside. They not your enemy. Them the main enemies, the ones in your own household, your own family. That was a prophecy in the Bible. Your own enemy, meaning that Esau comes in, like I said earlier, Esau comes in many different shades, colors, many different types of conversations. You just got to pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to who you're dealing with. In the Bible, it tells you that. It says that prove if thou would beget a friend, prove him, right? Didn't it say that? It says prove him. You got to prove people now. You can't just jump in and look at a person. I just can't look at a person and say, oh, that person loved me because that person is a black person. Oh, yeah, he's a so-called black person. Oh, yeah, he going to be for me. You get in a conversation with him, you start talking to him or speak to him, you're going to find out real quick who you're dealing with. But you're going to find out real quick because they're going to make sure they let you know, hey, I'm not with you, homeboy. I'm with the enemy. They're going to let you know in that conversation, the first couple of seconds in that conversation, they're going to let you know, hey, you can't ride over here. I'm the enemy. I'm East. They may not come out and tell you like that, but in their conversation, you're going to know whether to put your shoes on and pew, or to remain sitting there talking to them. You're going to find out real quick who your enemies is. And you're going to find out your enemies is your own people. That's what I tell people. I tell people, look, I see you no different from Esau. Only thing that's missing, you need to go down there and get you a job. No. I said the only difference is you missing is the police uniform. That's the only thing missing. But you destroying me without the uniform. You're no different from the man, the so-called white man in a police uniform. You're no difference. Because it's no different. You want to see me dead just like he do. You are no different. You support him. How do you know that? By what's coming out of your mouth. Pistol Pete, do you hate white folks or do you just dislike their way? Hold on. All right. I'm going to answer that with this. All right. I'm going to answer you. I hate them. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. These 6 things does the Lord hate. See that? It says, these 6 things does the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood. Hands that shed innocent blood. Think about that killing and that shooting that happened in Buffalo when the senior citizen was in that grocery store. It said hands that shed innocent blood. Was those senior citizens, was they innocent blood? They was innocent blood, right? So who fits all of those characteristics of actually doing the most killing in the world? All over the world, everywhere. Who commit the most bloodshed? Everybody. You don't even need a genius to figure that out. a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood. Hands that shed innocent blood, right? Think about who shed innocent blood all over the world. George Floyd, Tamir Rice, all of them. Think about who shed blood of our people, right? But didn't God say he hate that? And heart that devise wicked imagination, feet that be swift to run to mischievous, a false witness that speaketh lies, get you falsely accused in jail, and he that sows discord among brethren. Don't our people in our community be fussing and fighting all the time? When you look in our community, we fussing and fighting more against each other, and we have the so-called white man, they pushing that. They push that agenda. We hate each other and go against each other more than we love the people that's actually destroying our people. You see what I'm saying? Let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3. To everything there is a season. That's Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. We got to come together. It's a time we got to come together as a so-called black people. A time to embrace. You know what embracing means, don't you? A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Ain't we been loving the people that's been killing us all these different decades and stuff? The Most High says sometimes it's time to come from amongst those people that is actually gunning us down, and we need to stop loving the people that destroying us and love our own people and hate the people that's the nation that's destroying our people. Because this is what it said: a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. Sometimes you got to refrain from all that embracing. A time to get and a time to lose, a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to read, a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love. Now listen to this here. Listen to this. Verse 8, Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. The Most High says in verse 8, a time to love and a time to hate, right? Sometimes you got to, that's literally what the Bible is saying. Now let's go to Malachi 4. Let's go to Malachi 4. I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna get the extra context to what I'm talking about. Here we go. Malachi chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Michael. I have loved you, said the Lord. Yea, ye say, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord. Yet I loved Jacob. Most High said he loved Jacob. Jacob is the black and the brown people. And I hated Esau. And verse 3, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his inheritance wasted for the dragons of the wilderness. He said he loved Jacob, but he hated Esau. So let's go to Romans 9 and 13. Let's go to Romans 9 and 13. This is something that a lot of ministers and Christianity pastors ain't going to read. Romans 9 and verse 13. Look what the Bible says. As it is written. That means it was written in Malachi, what I just read. As it is written. Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid. That means hell no. For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. Now, God said he gonna have mercy He said he have mercy on whoever he want to have mercy on. And I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. Now let's go to Isaiah 14. I'm going to go back to the Old Testament. I mean, it's no such thing as the Old Testament. People say that. But everything, a lot of stuff in the Old Testament ain't been fulfilled. The Old Testament is just a revealing of the new. That's all it is. Let's see who he going to have mercy upon. Isaiah 14, verse 1. Look what the Bible said, Isaiah 14 and 1. It said, for the Lord will have mercy upon Jacob. See that? It says God will have mercy upon Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. That means all these other nations, they're going to cleave to the so-called Black and Hispanic and Native American. And the people shall take them, not ask them. The Bible says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. What does the word possess mean? Possess means you're going to own it. They shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants. That means, what is a servant? Somebody that serves you. For servants and handmaidens. That means they're going to be slaves. They're going to be cleaning your toilets and everything. The other nations. This is a prophecy that has not come to pass. And they shall take them captives. What is captive? Ain't we captured over here and ain't we in their possession right now? They can pull up to your house, have guns drawn, and tell you to come out whichever way, naked or whatever. They want to clothes on or whatever. And you got to come out coming out your house. And whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. The Israelites, Jacob, the black and the brown people, the Hispanic, Native American people going to rule over the other nation. That's what the Bible says. It says the strangers are the people who are not Israelites. Do you have any love for any one of the Caucasian person? No. No. Why would I have love for somebody who is killing my people? Put their knee on my brother's neck, George Floyd, for about 7 to 8 minutes or whatever, just bearing down on his knee, put his knee on his neck and all that kind of stuff. Why would I have love for somebody like that? That would do some stuff like that to my brother Gilly, my brother, his family and stuff like that, or something like that, just persecute my people. You see what I'm saying? Why would I have love? Why would you have love for somebody like that? Let me show you, according to the Bible, who you're supposed to love. Let's go to Deuteronomy right quick. Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 12. Deuteronomy 15 and 12. Listen to this. It says, and if thy brother, an Hebrew man or an Hebrew woman, be sold unto thee, and serve thee 6 years, then in the 7th year thou shalt let him go free. That means if he's working for you for a long period of time, that means that you ain't supposed to treat them like your own brother, like a slave. That's what that's talking about. It's telling us literally how we're supposed to treat our brother. And there's another scripture that I want to get for you in Deuteronomy chapter 22. I'll get that. But I'm gonna read. Let me paraphrase the reading right quick. Deuteronomy chapter 15 and verse 12. It said, and if thy brother, an Hebrew man or Hebrew woman, that's who you're supposed to show your love toward. Let's go to now let's look at this here. When it says, when they says love your neighbor as you love yourself, your neighbor is not talking about everybody. Your neighbor is talking about your Hebrew brother. I'm supposed to have love for my. All right, let's go there. Verse 22. Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse. Wait a minute. My bad. Hold on. Deuteronomy 23. My bad. I had it wrong. My bad. Deuteronomy 23 and verse 19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother. See that? You see how I keep repeating this up saying brother? And then I read in Deuteronomy 15 and verse 12 where it says, if thy brother being an Hebrew man or Hebrew woman, right, be sold unto thee and serve you 6 years or whatever, in the 7th year, you should let him go out free. Meaning that if, as long as they work for you, you're supposed to treat them like a brother. Don't treat them like a slave. Now let's go. Let's keep reading this in Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 19. And thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother. Usury of anything that is lent upon usury. Now it's saying usury. That means don't go to your brother and ask, you know, in your mind, I'm not going to pay you. If I promise you, make a vow to pay you back for what you have done, and knowing damn well I haven't paid you back for what you have done or whatever, and I'm coming to you for something else, another favor. That's putting lending usury up on your brother. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that to your brother, right? It's telling us literally how to treat each other. It's as brothers. Now look what it says in verse 20. It says, unto a stranger thou mayest lend usury, but unto thy brother, that means a Hebrew brother, thou shalt not lend upon usury. That is, that the Lord thy God may bless thee in all that thou settest thy hand to in the land whether thou goest to possess it. The Most High say you must lend usury up. You can do it to the strangers. You can do it to the other nations, but don't do it to the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American people, which are the real Jews according to the Bible. He said, just don't do it to your, we shouldn't do that to our brother. That's why I was saying we got to, you see in the title, we got to start seeing the worth in each other, meaning the value in each other. We don't do that. You know what I mean? So we got to start, we got to do these things, like we got to do this type of stuff for each other. We got to treat each other the same way we want to be treated. It's okay to do it to the other nation. The strangers means the person who is not an Israelite. That's who it is. Now let's go and let's go to Jeremiah 34. I'm gonna get some more for you. Jeremiah chapter 34. Jeremiah chapter 34. Let's go to Jeremiah 34 right quick. I'm gonna show you another. Jeremiah chapter 34 and verse 9. Look what it says. That every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being in Hebrew or in Hebrews, go free. See how the Bible keep repeating itself? That's the context. See, when people read things, they don't read the context. So when they go in the New Testament, all right, I'm gonna go there. Listen to this. I'm gonna reiterate. I'm gonna paraphrase the reading. Jeremiah chapter 34 and verse 9. That every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being in Hebrew or in Hebrews, go free, that none should serve himself of that to want of a Jew, his brother. You want me to paraphrase the reading? That's right. That's right, ain't it, Gilly? That's right. That's right, man. That's right, boy. I'm telling you. That's right, man. That's great news, man. That's great news, boy. I'm telling you, man, that's great news, man, to know some stuff that you are the greatest people on the planet, and it's telling you how to treat your brother and damn with the other nations. Shit. This is some good stuff. I'm gonna reiterate the reading one more time. I don't know, man, if y'all want to come on here. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's do this. I don't know if y'all want to come. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me do this right quick. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me do this right quick. I want to talk to y'all on this, man. If I know y'all might have something to do though. Yeah. Now I'm gonna reiterate this one again. That's Jeremiah chapter 34. I put the link in there just in case if y'all not busy. I mean, if you're not busy, you can come on and talk to me, brother. You can come on. You can come on and talk to me. But I understand if you got something to do, go ahead on and do it. You know, because I know you be busy. You be doing your thing with the, you know, or whatever. But I put the link in there. You click that and you come right on if you want to. Jeremiah chapter 34 and verse 9, that every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being in Hebrew or in Hebrews, go free, that none should serve himself of them to want of a Jew, his brother. See that? Let's go into the let's go to Leviticus. Leviticus chapter 25 and 39. Let's go there. Man, this is some good stuff, man. Some good stuff. Some good stuff. That's why I say I want to be bold on the streets like this, man. I'm trying to prepare myself, man, is to get out there on the streets and do the same thing on the streets, bro. And be bold, man. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, let's look at where I said where in the hell I said I was going. Leviticus. Okay, I said Leviticus chapter 25, right? I forgot the verse, but that's all right. Leviticus chapter 25. 25. Leviticus chapter 25. Okay, here we go. Leviticus 25 and verse 39. It said, and if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant. That means a slave. It's telling you, your Hebrew brother. It's not talking about the so-called white man, because no other nationality of people went through slavery like the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American people, which are the real Jews according to the Bible. So how can he love everybody when he only punished one race of people? You need to come hard like that on the Caucasian. I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm gonna do it. I'm just preparing myself up in here. I know I guess it sounds like I'm a coward in here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm preparing myself. I'm preparing myself because I do have some videos on the streets. But I can admit I never been this bold on the streets. But I'm gonna do it, bro. That's a promise. That's a problem, going to the streets and everything, you know. I'm just trying to basically build myself up in the scriptures and stuff like that. I think I'm already, but I'm gonna get out there. My goal is to get out there on the streets and do it, you know. But it's telling you right here. It said, if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant, but as a hired servant, and as a sojourner he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. The Jubilee, that's talking about a blessed year or something like that, you know. So, yeah. So I just wanted to come and look at that, show that little part. Now let's go. I think that's in 1 Corinthians. I think that's 1 Corinthians, I think. Yeah. I think it's yeah. But that put me to thinking though, man. You know what you said, you know, that I need to I'm actually guilty of not actually trying to go to the streets and be as bold as I need to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind debunked in that area. You know, because the greatest work is outside. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? I really need to. It's a sign. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think that's 2 Corinthians. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. 2 Corinthians 11, and this is a letter to the Apostle Paul. I believe he was going to the people in Corinth. He says, 2 Corinthians 11 and verse 22. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they the seed of Abraham? So am I. That's what the Apostle Paul, this is in the New Testament. The Apostle Paul said, are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? Yes, so am I. Israelite, yeah, it just simply means to be a light bearer or whatever. But I'm going to keep that in mind, man. I said, I need to get on the streets because I feel like I am being a coward in this house, man. I'm being a coward in this house. I can't be no goddamn coward. You see what I'm saying? When I get to them streets, I got to be bold, man. And I admit that to the fullest because I know I'm being bold in my house. But the real deal is when I get out there on them streets, is you're going to be the same goddamn way. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to do it, I'm gonna have to do it for my brothers. Yeah, I believe I am, Gil. Yep, you already ready for the streets. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to get on my job then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get with it. Yep. So I'm gonna have to step out there, step out there and get with it, man. I already got my I don't know if y'all can see it, I already got my sign right up here. Yeah. Hold on. Judah. Race. American Judah. American Black. Okay, it's kind of hard to say American Black. So that means that everybody that's calling themselves Black would be from this tribe. Wait a minute, am I saying it? Yeah. Judah. Hold on. Right there. Judah. Judah. Yeah. Yep, that's Judah. And when you look at this, Judah, Black. Benjamin, Black. West Indian Blacks. Levi, Black. Haitians, Creole, Levi, or something like that. Now, right here, when you get into Haitian and you get into Creole, the French man took and conquered, and, they went around the world. The so-called white man went around the world and they raped everybody. You see what I'm saying? And so this is where you get the people of color, the free people of color, and all that kind of stuff. And it did, you know what I'm saying? They looked at the free people of color as like they call them slaves or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as mix. You are what your dad is. Okay, Simeon, Black. Dominicans, all that's Manasseh, Black. Cubans, the so-called Cubans, those are that's just a term. This has nothing to do with color. It's just saying the so-called Black. Now you got Manasseh, Black. Cubans, Ephraim, Black. Puerto Ricans, Black. Zebulon, Black. Guatemala, Panama. This goes back to South Central America. Naphtali, that's a tribe. These are all the 12 tribes. Naphtali, Gad. Well, these were the first people that's the 12 tribes in the Bible. Gad would be the Native American Indians. The word Indian just simply means savage. Now, who actually was Esau? Esau is just the biblical name for the so-called white man. That's all it is. Esau goes all the way back to Edom. You know what I mean? They are from Mount Seir, according to Genesis chapter 36 and verse 8. It says Esau is Mount Seir, the father of the Edomites, meaning the forefather of the progenitor of the so-called white or Caucasian race. Yeah. So they are from the Caucasus Mountain. That's where the word Caucasian, Caucasus Mountain, Caucasian come from. And you'll find that in Obadiah as well, too. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verses 2, 3, and 4. It says, thou dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. And you'll find it also in the book of Job, chapter 30, where it talks about how they went in, they was in the Caucasus Mountain as well, too. So the Caucasus Mountain is where they literally came from. You see what I'm saying? And so I think they say the Caucasus Mountain would be somewhere between Germany Germany and Saudi Arabia, like somewhere between Germany and Saudi Arabia, from what I can remember reading. You know, I have to go back and like literally check it out or whatever. You know, Reuben, black, Simeon, Indians. Lamentation chapter 5 and verse 10. Lamentation 5 and 10. It says, yeah, Lamentation 5 and 10. Then you got Asher, black. So you got Issachar. Issachar, black, would be the so-called Mexicans. Mexicans are Aztecs. In First Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 32, it talks about how Issachar were renowned. They had understanding of the time to know what Israel ought to do. The so-called Mexicans can go out. They have the gift of going out and reading like the stars in the sky, and they can tell you exactly, you know, that they have the gift of reading that somehow or another in the Bible, like I just read in First Chronicles chapter 12 and verse 32. First Chronicles 12 and 32. So what maybe, and I say, well, maybe the Spirit took over me from that moment, you know. But I'm preparing myself, and I want to go out there, you know, and get it done, and you know, and stuff like that. I just gotta like take time and just whenever I'm you know, go out there and do it. You know, put in some work or something. You know. Anybody have any more questions or whatever? But I did put the link in there if anybody wants to come on and talk or whatever. Because I want to, you know, I don't want to just be talking myself. I want to be able to interact with my people. You see what I'm saying? But I get it. You know, if you got something to do or whatever, you know, then you do. Because I did put the link up there, you know. Yeah, I did put the, hold on, let me do this in right. Paste it one more time. Do it like that. Yeah, just re-put it in there since it was right there and everything, you know. Just in case if somebody wants to come on and they got, you know, they want to put their 2 cents, you know, but I understand, you know, it's a lot of people don't, you know, kind of reluctant about being in the camera or whatever, you know. But I like this though. I like interacting with people, you know. So I'm gonna have to use the same energy when I like go to the streets, you know. So I guess if there's nothing else for me to say, I just close it out right now, you know what I mean? And everything, you know. Yeah, so I do that. If there's no more answers or somebody want to type something in there, then I just go ahead and knock it off from here, you know. You know, I give a few more minutes, see if anybody type anything else in there. Dang, I did 53 minutes and something. Thank you. Well, I'll go ahead and close it out if there's no further question.